7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Hello, I'm Mark Sears with Regency Printing. With over 10 years in the printing business, I know you'll find Regency Printing the place for all your local printing needs. Plus, I have fax services, mailbox rentals, notary service, U.S. mail, pack and ship, all at one convenient location, 2375 Northeast 25th Avenue. Just look for the yellow signs. Regency Printing, 789-6683. That's 789-6683. Regency Printing.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Here's an important announcement from Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. We've been deemed an essential business and are therefore open regular hours for your convenience. Now would be a perfect time to visit this gorgeous 5-acre garden and select the very best buys for your yard. Right now, they're having a terrific tree sale. Your chance to get nice-sized trees, almost 5 feet tall, a huge selection for as little as $19.99. Choose from dogwood, elderberry, golden rain tree, beautyberry, even live oak, just $19.99. Other specials, large and stately Italian cypress, just $22.99, and blueberry trees are on BOGO. If you wish, you can order by phone, and your purchase will be delivered curbside to your car. Come to the garden. This week, Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. Daily till 4:30, still in the same place since 1952.
Seasonably warm with clouds and sunshine today, high 86 to 92. For tonight, partly cloudy and warm, low 70. Cloudy tomorrow with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, high 79 to 91. Saturday, some sunshine, followed by clouds, high 82 to 86. Sunday and Monday, clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm in the area, breezy, high 93 to 95. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Brian May.
Are you a medical provider that doesn't like to settle for the same boring scrubs? Scrub Paradise in Ocala has a wide selection of top brand scrubs with embroidery available and the newest medical shoes and accessories. Every medical provider should look as great as the care they provide. Scrub Paradise is just off Easy Street next to Shoe Carnival in Ocala. Stop by today or give them a call at 352-873-4368. That's 352-873-4368.
I'm Jan from Palm Garden. The well-being and safety of our residents is our top priority and at the heart of every decision we make. There are no visitors permitted in our center, but family members are encouraged to reach out by phone or Skype, Facebook or FaceTime. Everyone is screened daily and wears a mask. New guests are tested and quarantined for 14 days. The response to these measures has been overwhelmingly positive. Thank you for your support and partnership. We are Palm Garden.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention and God bless America.
The Paycheck Protection Program under the CARES Act provides 100% federally guaranteed loans to small businesses. Available to businesses with fewer than 500 employees. Funds can be used towards payroll costs, rent, utilities, and interest on mortgages. Small businesses are encouraged to get, gather, and go. Get informed by visiting getgathergo.com. There you can gather the needed information and go apply as soon as the SBA program opens with local lenders. For info, visit getgathergo.com to get your business ready to apply.
Hey, this is Matt from Crossroad Auto Sales. I want to invite you to come over and check out our vehicles. All of our vehicles at Crossroad Auto Sales go through a rigorous 100-point safety inspection. We work with most outside finance companies, and we even have in-house financing available. Stop by today at 1800 Northwest 10th Street or give me a call at 690-6695. That's 690-6695. Crossroad Auto Sales. We won't leave you stranded at the crossroad.
Pals Ocala Auto Repair fixes all makes and models. Pals makes sure that your vehicle's engine, mechanical, and electrical components are healthy at all times. Pals team would much rather see you drive to their shop for a full checkup than be towed in for a complex repair. Give Pals a call today to schedule your next service appointment. 352-414-2984. What? A nationwide warranty, 36 months or 36,000 miles, whichever comes first? Pals looks forward to servicing you and servicing your vehicle. 352-414-2984.
Howdy, folks. RL here to tell you about Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen Silver Springs has been serving yummy foods and ice cream made fresh to order for 46 years. Their gift cards are perfect for those you love for any occasion. Our ice cream cakes are awesome. And as far as grilled foods, DQ does it right. From grilled chicken to our famous foot-long chili dogs. So come on down to Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
We are proud to announce the Conservative Watch Hour on WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM every Friday at 11 a.m. Hosted by Annie Marie Delgado, President of Trump Team 2020 Florida, and her co-host Ann Vandersteel with SteelTruth.com. We are serving a higher level of excellence, and we are the only program of this type in this market. Don't miss your weekly dose of conservative talk radio. WOCA 11 a.m. Fridays, 96.3 and 1370 a.m.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
The fire department? Why is the fire department coming up our driveway?
Don't look at me. He's your cousin.
Haha, Mr. Funny Man. What did you do now?
Well, we were attempting to repair the water heater, but somebody forgot to turn off the breaker.
Well, why is there water everywhere?
Apparently, the main water shutoff didn't exactly get shut off.
Okay, at what point did you realize you're not a plumber and you need to call Mike Scott Plumbing?
Right about the time we had the flood and the fire all at the same time.
And when should you have called the professionals at Mike Scott Plumbing? That's what I thought. Does water run through it? Then they do it, not you. And don't give me the weekend excuse. You know they don't charge extra for nights, weekends, or holidays. Do you need the number?
No, I got it. 237-2888.
Again.
237-2888.
Why'd you call Cousin Sean anyway? You know he can't even fix his own lunch.
On next week's episode of What Not to Do.
Oh, come on, a monster truck?
WOCA.
Ocala.
Good morning, Ocala. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, WOCA The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. Streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA The Source Radio. As we're making our way through this Thursday here now, 10 minutes past the top of the 10 o'clock hour, as it's now time for our segment On This Day in History, as we got some good stuff here in lieu of going all the way back to 1865. On this day in history, April 9th, 1865, Robert E. Lee, Confederate General Robert E. Lee, surrendered his army to Union General Ulysses S. Grant at Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia. So it was on this date that it was the surrender from Robert E. Lee to General Ulysses S. Grant in lieu of the Civil War to bring that to an end. It was Robert E. Lee that surrendered. So it was on this date in history. That was 1865. Talk about a tumultuous time way back in history, huh? As we move on here on this date in history, April 9th, 1924, hoof and mouth. An increased number of hoof and mouth cases are being reported in current epidemic, with an additional 200 plus cows reported with the disease each day in California alone. So an epidemic going through with 200 plus cows reported each day with the disease, as in 1924, as a lot of the cattle was coming down with the hoof and mouth cases reported. It's a current epidemic that was on this day in 1924 being reported on the expanse of an epidemic, or calling it an epidemic of hoof and mouth on this day, 1924. A few years later, 1927, April 9th, 1927, Mae West was arrested. Mae West is arrested during her starring role in the play Sex, which she wrote, produced, directed, and starred in on Broadway. However, with Mae West, she was prosecuted on morals charges and sentenced to 10 days in jail for public obscenity. Talk about a different time, right? So is Mae West arrested on this day, April 9th, 1927, as it was arrested during her starring role in the play Sex, which she wrote, produced, directed, and starred in, all the way onto Broadway. And then she was prosecuted on moral charges and sentenced to 10 days in jail for public obscenity. Public obscenity, 1927, Mae West. It was then moving forward to 1959. It was on this date, April 9th, 1959, that the America's first astronauts, as NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, that's right, introduces America's first astronauts to the world. It was Scott Carpenter, L. Gordon Cooper Jr., John H. Glenn Jr., Virgil Gus Grissom, Walter Schirra Jr., Alan Shepard Jr., Donald Slayton, all to take part in Project Mercury's, which is America's first manned space program. I was talking a little bit, I don't know if that was yesterday or the day before, with Galen. As I watched last week, they had a really nice special on PBS in lieu of the space race, if you will, and the nation's almost like a backlog documentary of history that went into what we were doing for the space program and what was becoming in the inception of the space program in the United States, as there were some other things brought up that you wouldn't think in history. We just know of putting a man on the moon and the expectations of the Mercury and Apollo projects, but all of the interest that went into the politics of it, which was absolutely fascinating, to the idea of moving forward with the financial and how not everybody was agreeing with that, but then how it came to fruition finally in 1969 when all this stuff was worked out that we actually put a man on the moon, and how that brought the nation together. And it was on this date in 1959 that America's first astronauts were announced, and some amazing names and amazing bravery, and just an incredible list here of gentlemen that, as saying, courage, bravery, between Scott Carpenter, Gordon Cooper Jr., John Glenn, first man to orbit the Earth, Virgil Gus Grissom, Walter Schirra Jr., Alan Shepard, and Donald Slayton. Just incredible. We're going to take a short little break. When we come back, we'll be doing a few more on this day in history. You're listening to 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. We'll be back right after this.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you. Shamrock Security Systems, 629-3223. Shamrock Security Systems is located here in Ocala, Florida. Shamrock Security Systems is a top-rated alarm company offering 24/7 monitoring, video surveillance, fire and flood protection. You'll sleep a little better once the job is done. Shamrock Security Systems for over 31 years. 629-3223. Get a 100% free quote from Shamrock Security. 629-3223.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
And now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online. The Centers is open for services. They can provide telehealth services via iPhone or Android cell phone or computer. Please call them at 352-291-5555.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Hello, I'm Mark Sears with Regency Printing. With over 10 years in the printing business, I know you'll find Regency Printing the place for all your local printing needs. Plus, I have fax services, mailbox rentals, notary service, U.S. mail, pack and ship, all at one convenient location, 2375 Northeast 25th Avenue. Just look for the yellow signs. Regency Printing, 789-6683. That's 789-6683. Regency Printing.
Well, the new year is upon us, and that means getting to those forgotten projects that you promised you would. So whether you're tackling a small honey-do list or building the Taj Mahal, Sunbelt Rentals will help you get the job done right with the right tools. From carpet cleaners to excavators, Sunbelt Rentals has what you need. So what are you waiting for? Get it done. Rent it now. From Sunbelt Rentals, located on Highway 27, just a half mile east of I-75. Or visit sunbeltrentals.com. Get it done. Rent it now. Sunbelt Rentals.
Seasonably warm with clouds and sunshine today, high 86 to 92. For tonight, partly cloudy and warm, low 70. Cloudy tomorrow with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, high 79 to 91. Saturday, some sunshine, followed by clouds, high 82 to 86. Sunday and Monday, clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm in the area, breezy, high 93 to 95. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Brian May.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your Verizon representative with news that will hum your car, make it smart and safe. How? With the new Hum device by Verizon. You can rest assured you're never alone. Flat tire? Lost? Accident? For $10 a month, Hum by Verizon has you covered. And I will come to you in Marion County to install the Hum for free. Time to call me at 352-528-0020. Are you ready to hum along? Call 352-528-0020.
Listening to AM Ocala Live, WOCA, The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, as we're back doing our segment on this day in history. We do have a caller. Good morning, WOCA. Thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Orlando's own Joe Kittinger participated in the very early high-altitude experiments where he went up in a capsule attached to a large weather balloon. And he got up to right around 100,000 feet, and he even did a high-altitude skydive and parachute opening out of one. And so he was one of the high-altitude pioneers, Joe Kittinger from from Orlando.
From Orlando. He was from Orlando. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and that's pretty good stuff. Now, did you watch, what was it? Was it 2012? Where they, I think it was 2012, where they tried to break that record again with Felix Baumgartner. That's who it was, Felix Baumgartner, where he was went up the weather balloon himself.
Yeah, I heard about it. I didn't follow it, but I did hear about it.
That one was as a little younger generation and into the Red Bull. I like Red Bull because they advertise so many things within aviation and all kinds of cool stuff like that. And it was in 2012, it was October, that he broke that record. He jumped from 128,000 feet, 39,000 meters, about 24 miles up. And that was all in the idea of and the respect for whom you mentioned, who had done that in lieu of the high altitude stuff. As they talked about it, I remember quite a bit. That was some years ago, 2012. But I remember them talking about that and where basically all these ideas had come up from the original guy, like you said. I didn't know he was from Orlando, though. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Joe Kittinger from Orlando.
Joe Kittinger.
All right. Have a good morning, all.
You too, buddy. Thank you. And again, thanks for listening. As some interesting tidbits there. That's pretty cool. And I think I was talking to somebody about this not that long ago either. Now, I mentioned the Red Bull Stratus high altitude diving project, they called it. Felix Baumgartner. And then they used, when he come back, he actually broke, if I'm not mistaken, he broke the speed of sound himself in his descent, which was absolutely incredible. But from what I gather, though, is that somebody just a few years later ended up beating that high altitude record. I can't remember, high altitude jump record, and it was at that time. I thought there was somebody else, but anyway. Nonetheless, I didn't know the original guy there being from Orlando. That's pretty cool nonetheless. Moving on, we just got a few more interesting on this date in history items. As it was mentioned here as we finished up with 1959, which brought the caller's idea up there. It was the first astronauts with the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, as they introduced on this date in history in 1959 the first astronauts to the world, Scott Carpenter, Gordon Cooper Jr., John Glenn, became Senator John Glenn, Virgil Gus Grissom, Walter Schur Jr., Alan Shepard, Daniel Slayton. That was 1959. And then moving to 1992. It was on this date in 1992, April 9th, 1992, former Panamanian ruler Manuel Noriega was convicted in the Miami of drug and racketeering charges that had come about from earlier on. It was Manuel Noriega, that's how you say it, Noriega, was convicted in Miami on this day for drug and racketeering charges, as in, we know in the 80s, late 80s, how big and rampant it was in Miami with drugs and racketeering in itself. On this date, April 9th, 2001, this is kind of interesting here in the aviation. It says American Airlines ends up getting bankrupt TWA. And it was 2001 that TWA went by the wayside. It says Trans World Airlines, or TWA, established in 1930, by the way, one of the older ones, all the way to 2001, filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2001 as part of the deal for American Airlines to acquire Trans World Airlines, making American Airlines the #1 carrier in the United States. Now, what's fascinating about this is, in lieu of everything that's been going on lately with the coronavirus and the downturn, the huge downturn in not only the economy but travel, world travel in itself, considering that we were talking at the beginning of the last decade, as I've been in aviation now a little over 10 years, that we were talking about the rapid expanse and expectation of growth for airline travel to increase up to 400% or something like that. Just throwing a number out there that was exaggerated, but immensely increase. And then here we are now dealing with this as they're looking for the bailout in lieu of the stimulus package, because certain airlines are losing almost $70 million a day. One of my good friends, who's still an airline pilot, which I'd like to get him on the show here at some point, is still flying, but what minimal flights they still have. And he said that they had stopped or grounded 700 flights a day. And on average, per day for that airline, that's about $14 million in those 700 flights. Not to mention just the overhead in aviation alone is a little high. So with that being said, as far as the idea of what will be coming through when we get through the coronavirus, what will become of some of these airlines in dealing with the hard times that they're going through right now, which is in lieu of the bailout, but what will become of some of the other ones when I think about the regional level, and some that are wholly owned by the bigger guys, but some of the ones that aren't, and what will basically be happening is, so when we get through this coronavirus and this world pandemic, is just how how volatile that industry is, and how many changes will probably be coming through and through again in lieu of the airlines. And like I said, that's all brought up in the idea of 2001, on this date, April 9th, 2001, as American Airlines gets bankrupt, Trans World Airlines, or TWA. Moving on as we make our way towards the bottom of the 10 o'clock hour, just one more to mention. As in 2009, it was on this date, April 9th, 2009, the U.S. had stopped running its global network of secret prisons, according to the CIA Director Leon Panett. CIA no longer operates detention facilities or black sites, he had written. He went on to say that any remaining sites would be decommissioned. The, quote, black sites have been used to detain terrorist suspects and were used in the subject for the torturous interrogation methods, such as waterboarding, and Obama had vowed to shut down the facilities shortly after taking office. So interesting. As we make our way now to the bottom of the 10 o'clock hour, stay tuned. We'll have County Commission on after this. You're listening to WOCA Ocala, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. We'll be back right after this.
News. I'm Chris Foster. Another 6.6 million Americans filed new unemployment claims last week, bringing that total to 16.6 million in the last 3 weeks when coronavirus shutdowns and slowdowns started taking hold. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell says he will try to push through another $250 billion today for a program meant for small businesses to keep paying people. Fox's Rich Edson.
He's tweeted, quote, "I hope none of my colleagues object to my request for these urgently needed funds. There's no reason why this bipartisan job-saving program should be held hostage for other priorities." Now, this effort could very well stall. Democrats say they also want more funding for hospitals and state and local governments to address the coronavirus.
Some Americans could start getting the individual stimulus money passed by Congress direct deposited into their bank accounts as soon as today or early next week. America's listening to Fox News.